Philadelphia, please welcome the next President and Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Good evening, Philadelphia. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, it is good to be back in Pennsylvania. So let me say, on behalf of myself and the first, second gentleman of the United States, my husband, Doug Emhoff, thank you for the warm welcome. And let me just say, it's good to be here with all of the friends, all of the leaders who are here. I want to thank former Governor Ed Rendell, Senator Bob Casey, who we will re-elect this November, Senator John Fetterman, Mayor Sherelle Parker, and Chairman Jamie Harrison. And it is so good to be here with your incredible Governor, Josh Shapiro. And I will say, Josh is a dear, dear friend and an extraordinary leader. He and I have been spending a lot of time together over the years. And I told Josh, look, I am so invested in our friendship in doing this together, because together with Josh Shapiro, we will win Pennsylvania. We will win Pennsylvania. And I thank you, Josh. I thank you. So So, Philadelphia, I launched my campaign for the President of the United States a mere 2 weeks ago. And it's been a bit of a whirlwind. And just last night, the delegates to the Democratic National Convention finished voting. And so I stand before you today to proudly announce I am now officially the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. And so now we got some work to do. We need to move to the general election and win that. And to all the friends, listen, we also need to level set. We are the underdogs in this race, but we have the momentum, and I know exactly what we are up against. Now, many of you know, before I was elected vice president or elected a United States senator, I was an elected attorney general, and before that, elected district attorney. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. So in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who scammed consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. So, but let me just say, hold on. This campaign, our campaign, is not just a fight against Donald Trump. Our campaign, this campaign, is a fight for the future. It's a fight for the future. In Pennsylvania, we fight for a future with affordable housing, affordable health care, affordable child care, paid leave. We fight for a future where we build a broad-based economy, where every American has the opportunity to own a home, to start a business, and to build wealth. We fight for a future where we bring down prices that are still too high and lower the cost of living for America's families. So that they have a chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. We fight for a future where we defend our most fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what I love you too. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Since the day that I announced my candidacy, I set out to find a partner who can help build this brighter future. A leader who will help unite our nation and move us forward. A fighter for the middle class. A patriot who believes, as I do, in the extraordinary promise of America. A promise of freedom, opportunity, and justice, not just for some, but for all. So Pennsylvania, I'm here today because I found such a leader. Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota. So, to those who know him best, Tim is more than a governor. To his wife, Gwen, he is a husband. To his kids, Hope and Gus, he is a dad. To his fellow veterans, he is Sergeant Major Walz. To the people of southern Minnesota, for 12 years, he was congressman. To his former high school students, he was Mr. Walz. And to his former high school football players, he was coach. And in 91 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by another name, Vice President of the United States. So America, for some folks, they're just getting to know Coach Walz's story. And I'll tell you, he is the proud product of a middle-class family in rural Nebraska. He is a veteran who served our nation in uniform for more than 2 decades as a member of the Army National Guard, and he went to college on the GI Bill. He is someone who, long before he entered politics, worked as a teacher. When Coach Walz and his wife Gwen moved from his native Nebraska to Minnesota nearly 30 years ago, they both took jobs at the local high school. Coach Walz taught social studies, Gwen taught English. After school, Tim was the linebackers coach for the football team. Where I've heard the stories about he had a knack for using the game of football to teach life lessons. He saw the potential in kids who sometimes didn't even see it in themselves. Under those Friday night lights, Coach Walz motivated his players to believe they could achieve anything. And together, they defied the odds, hear this out, going from a winless record to the school's first ever state championship. Coach. And I'll say and I'll add, Tim wasn't only a role model on the football field. Around that same time, Coach Walz was approached by a student in his social studies class. The young man was one of the first openly gay students at the school and was hoping to start a gay-straight alliance. At a time when acceptance was difficult to find for LGBTQ students, Tim knew the signal that it would send to have a football coach get involved. So he signed up to be the group's faculty advisor. And as students have said, he made the school a safe place for everybody. In the high school yearbook, the students voted Coach Walz the, quote, most inspiring faculty member. And as I think everyone here can see, Tim Walz was the kind of teacher and mentor that every child in America dreams of having, and that every kid deserves. The kind of coach, because he's the kind of person who makes people feel like they belong and then inspires them to dream big. And that's the kind of vice president he will be. And that's the kind of vice president America deserves. So it was Coach Walz's students who actually helped him decide to run for office. And he served 12 years in Congress, representing a purple district as he reached across the aisle to get things done. He was the highest ranking enlisted man to ever serve in the United States Congress. And the top Democrat on the Veterans Committee. And he was known as one of Capitol Hill's best marksmen, winning a bipartisan sharpshooting contest year after year. In Washington, Tim worked to raise the minimum wage, to protect the freedom of workers to join a union, and he cast one of the critical votes to pass the Affordable Care Act. Which, of course, gave health insurance to tens of millions of Americans. I'm going to tell you, when we win, Tim and I will continue to make the Affordable Care Act even stronger. We will win. Now, let's talk about what we're dealing with on the other side. So on that last topic, if Donald Trump gets the chance, he will end the Affordable Care Act and take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was like? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Well, Governor Walz and I will not let that happen. Because we believe health care should be a right and not just a privilege for those who can afford it. As governor, Tim has continued to fight for working families. He secured paid leave for workers in Minnesota. And he refused as governor to allow any student in their public schools to go hungry. So he made school breakfast and lunch free for every child. And Tim Walz and I, we agree about many things, including when our middle class is strong, America is strong. And strengthening the middle class will be my defining goal as I am President of the United States. So Pennsylvania, ours is a fight for the future of the middle class, and it is a fight for freedom. In this moment, we are witnessing a full-on attack against hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. Take reproductive freedom. Now think about this. Donald Trump said he wants to punish women. And as a result of his actions, today in America, 1 out of 3 women live in a state with a Trump abortion ban. 1 out of 3. Some of these bans go back to the 1800s, even before women had a right to vote. Think about that. Well, Tim and I have a message for Trump and others who want to turn back the clock on our fundamental freedoms. We're not going back.
We're not going back.
And so let me say about Tim Walz, he has shown up to stand against these attacks long before he stood on the stage with me. After Roe was overturned, he was the first governor in the country to sign a new law that enshrined reproductive freedom as a fundamental right. And with Tim Walz by my side when I am President of the the United States and we win majorities in the United States Congress, we will pass a bill to restore reproductive freedom, and I will proudly sign it into law. Tim Walz has also defended the sacred freedom to vote. As governor, he signed the most significant expansion of voting rights in Minnesota in over 50 years. And with Governor Walz's help, when I am president, we are going to finally pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. We're going to get it done. So Tim is a hunter and a gun owner who believes, as the majority of gun owners do, that we need reasonable gun safety laws in America. So as governor, he expanded background checks and increased penalties for illegal firearm sales. And together, when we win in November, we are finally going to pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban. Through his work, Tim, the way I think about it, he really does shine a light on a brighter future that we can build together. In his state, he has been a model chief executive, and with his experience, I'm telling you, Tim Walz will be ready on day one. In fact, when you compare his resume shall we, to Trump's running mate, well, some might say it's like a matchup between the varsity team and the JV squad. So, Pennsylvania, ultimately in this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate? And here's the beauty of our democracy. We each have the power to answer that question. We each have the power to answer that question. The power is with the people. We love our country, and I believe it is the highest form of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. That is how we preserve the promise of America. And after all, the promise of America is what makes it possible for two middle-class kids, one a daughter of Oakland, California, who was raised by a working mother, The other, a son of the Nebraska plains who grew up working on a farm. It's the promise of America, because only in America is it possible for them together to make it all the way to the White House. And so Coach Walz and I may hail from different corners of our great country, but our values are the same. And we both believe in lifting people up, not knocking them down. He and I, we both know the vast majority of people in our country have so much more in common than what separates them. When we look at folks, we see in our fellow Americans neighbors, not enemies. Not enemies. And so my promise to you is this. Our campaign will reach out to everyone, from red states to blue states, from the heartland to the coast, in rural, urban, suburban, and tribal communities. We are running a campaign on behalf of all Americans. And when elected, we will govern on behalf of all Americans. And so, with Tim Walz by my side, and with all of you at our side, let us fight for the promise of our future. And with that, I ask Pennsylvania, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. Welcome to Hoodview Politics. HVP, y'all, to unite live, all the way live stream.
It's a lot to get into this week for show. It's a vice president, a candidate picked on the Democratic side. So we got to get into that for show. It's a lot to get into that. It's a deep, deep dive to get into that. First of all, I need to know, we got Godfather with us today, too. We got a few other people coming in, too, to voice their opinions. But overall, we have the first black woman to be nominated to a major party in American history. That's the first thing we got. Take a breath of first. That's the first thing. Black lady. Now, second, bruh, you can't tell me nobody campaign is run this precise, this clean since we've been watching politics, bruh. You didn't know who the fuck she picked until the day she said, hey, that's who I like. Hey, it's a black lady running shit now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's a black lady doing it. It's a different atmosphere, bruh. Like when they had these motherfucking little rowdies, they warming up with some motherfucking OJs, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That Marvin Gaye, warm up. It's a black lady cooking up shit, baby. Hey, and me personally, this is not nobody. Y'all know if y'all check out our podcast, Tony picked who he wanted. I picked who I wanted. And it's not him. Okay, so let's get past that. We both was wrong. That's the first thing, right? But I personally think she made a good choice, first of all, by picking him, right? Even though I didn't know or nothing about him at first. But I think this is a good ass pick, as you can see when they be on stage, that when she tells a story, it's basically everything she once done, right? So therefore, to me, it came down to your vice president being somebody that's down for all the values that you're down for, right? Like Shapiro was a good candidate, but some important issues, he wasn't the same with her. And then in her mind's thinking, okay, do he go roll one day if I send him out, you know what I'm saying, about the Gaza war, if I send him out about school choice, do he go rogue and say some shit that has nothing to do with what I like? You feel me? Do we even had time for that? No. You know what I'm saying? But you got somebody now that's the shit he does. Like she explained everything he did actually while he was governor, right? And it's motherfucking free food for kids in all schools, right? Like who can hate that? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even ever thought of that. That's not even in DC or Maryland, to be honest with y'all, right? So to me, that's some smart shit. Like freaks, like that will solve all the problem with the kids that actually coming to school hungry, right? Like whether people don't know, black communities, poor communities, sometimes that kid go to school hungry, literally. And sometimes me is a prime example. Sometimes when I went to school, the breakfast at school was what I was looking forward to because I ain't eat that morning. You know what I'm saying? And for him to have it free, something that nobody even think about, it's just something that's going to happen, that takes a weight off of the parents at home, right? Because they know the child is going to eat. You feel me? So I just think, man, some of this stuff he doing, even though you could say it's, I don't know what they call it, but it to me, it's some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when she went off his whole motherfucking history of, I ain't know he's in the Army 25 years. I knew he had some, when we was looking over him, he had a stint, but I didn't know it was 25 years. He was a major and all that wild shit. You feel me? So to me, that's what made the choice, right? It was just more of she needs somebody that fight for the shit that she already want to fight for, but he already proved that that's something they fight for, right? And need somebody that don't want to be president, don't want to overshadow me. You feel me? If you can see on the stage when they was up there, he just somebody just so happy just to be here. You know what I'm saying, dog? He loved her so much. He just, everything is about her. You feel me? I don't know if y'all got that same vibe when y'all was listening to it. It's just when you watch it, it's just him. I'm just happy to be here and fight for all the stuff she want to fight for. You feel me? So if she sent him somewhere, she ain't got to worry about him fucking reneging or trying to go on rogue shit while he there. It's gonna be fighting for shit she'd fight for if she was there. You know what I'm saying? It really comes down to that sometimes, though. You don't know how you feel about that, Godfather. To the podcast player. Let me see, can you hear me?
You hear me?
Good, go ahead.
I feel like Shapiro, I kind of like knew it was going to be him. He only had 1 year in governance. So he still lacked a lot of experience, but he can bring the crowd. That's what they want. They wanted him to be able to bring the crowd. They knew he could do that. But what she did was she found somebody that goes through the struggles and that's gone through the struggles that we've been through. Working in a farm, then joining the military, the National Guard, making it all the way to sergeant major of the, making it all the way to the sergeant major of a brigade. So then from that he was still a school teacher. He went through the everyday struggles of everybody else. So she knows that she got a vice president who's going to work for the middle class. That's what she needs, the middle class to be strong. And what he done was he came through the middle class. He came from the poor, graduated to the middle class. Now he understands to put back into the middle class.
What you think, No One Soul, brother?
All that may be true. But to get to the long and the short of it, look where he's from. From the Midwest, from the middle of the country. He appeals to a part of the ledger that basically Trump owns. Trump owns the middle of the country. And she doesn't want to relinquish that middle of the country. That is smart. Where he's from. He's from Nebraska. He's the governor in Minnesota. So a lot of them people that is Trump voters, he can talk to. She might not, I ain't gonna say might not, she's not gonna win a lot of them states. But he is able to go talk to them people and maybe peel off enough of Trump voters or people that's disillusioned with Trump in those states to make it close, and then states where, like Wisconsin, where in Milwaukee and a couple of other places like Racine and all that shit, you got all the population centers. If she can run it up in the population centers and he can talk to those disillusioned Trump voters and peel off enough, she'll put Wisconsin in the bag. She'll and she'll win.
I think this right here shows, first of all, she bolder than Hillary who's my dog. Everybody know I fuck with Hillary. Even Shorty, that was my dog. You know what I'm saying? Even over Obama at the time, for a minute before he came to what's his name. But she doing something shrewder and slicker, right? She giving the motherfucking base who they want, right? And asking them, can I talk to the middle of America? She asking the base, I'm giving you who you want, right? You know we're going to fight for your values. Can I talk to the middle part of America now? Right? Now, what Hillary did was pick somebody from the middle part of America, right? What was different? What she doing, Tim Kaine. It's the same thing. That's the same shit, right? What she did, Tim Kaine is nobody fighting for free food for motherfucking kids, all right? It's Tim Kaine is not fighting for none of the shit main man fight for. So therefore, that's what I'm talking about. He a middle road Democrat. Stay with me. And what she did was put that on the ticket to solidify and make motherfuckers happy that's moderates, right? So what motherfucker Harris did was say, fuck that. I am who I am. I need somebody that reflects what the fuck I want to do. And I'm just going to ask the rest of the motherfuckers, middle America, listen to what my case is. You feel me? Y'all see what I'm saying now? And what Hillary did was gave them what she thought they would like a middle road Democrat. You feel me? And my girl said, no, I'm going to get what the fuck I like, and I'm going to tell them to shut the fuck up while I talk to middle America. It's a different approach. You feel me now?
He was just too old. He was going there for.
I think you working on your mic.
I think with Clinton did, she picked somebody that, like you say, they wanted. But he didn't talk the values that they wanted. He was just and not someone who actually in the grind, actually doing it and making it happen. See, he's a different type. With him, you can take Texas with him. You know how deep you can go with this man?
That's true.
You can take Texas right
Now,
now.
I'm thinking more. He more of a person instead of getting superior himself, right? Like some I was thinking with the Bashir dude, whereas you just get somebody that can talk to those people, those same voters, right? And it's just obviously what she did was instead of getting Shapiro himself, was to get somebody that can reach Brother and that joint. You feel me? Which Shapiro is not gonna reach Brother. He will bring you Pennsylvania, but he's not gonna reach Brother. You feel me? Main man reach way Brother, and he can reach in the red districts. Shapiro was not doing that. So to me, she was so smart by picking this dude, somebody that came out the blue, first of all. And second, he showed everybody how to frame the argument, right? Another thing that's happening is when she let these people fight it out. You feel me? She let vice president candidates just fight the shit out. Let me look back on TV. I'm gonna sit in my living room and see which one of y'all the best for me. You feel me? It's a black woman DEIing white dudes and saying, dance, motherfucker, and let me see which one of y'all can dance the best. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
All you have to do to look back on this paper, look back 2 days ago. When Republicans for Kamala came out, you had a whole bunch of motherfuckers from Trump administration and other Republicans and Republican governors came out, had their phone call, Republicans for Kamala. Tim Walz can talk to them people. Tim Walz is a gun owner. He's from that part of the country. He was born and raised there. He knows he's not like J.D. Vance. He's authentic. He was really born there. He's not a fake hillbilly. So when you want somebody to go and talk about gun control, which he is for gun control, and being a gun owner, he can go talk to them people and say, look, we ain't trying to take your guns, but something needs to be done about fucking automatic and semi-automatic rifles on the streets. We ain't trying to take what you need, but there's some shit you don't need. He can go talk to them people. You got Nikki Haley voters out there that don't have a home. He can go talk to them. He can go talk and appeal to them people. You got a lot of Republicans out there because you got so many Republicans out there in the last couple of days. You got Republicans coming out their ass endorsing Kamala Harris because they don't want Trump. What you got on the ticket now is somebody that can go wrap them up. Look, we know what you want. We ain't gonna take your guns. We would, but that little shit y'all did with Supreme Court and abortion. Oh, we gonna overturn that shit. But he can talk to him, and whereas Trump keep calling them radical, he can ease that fear of them being a radical this and that, and they just gonna come out and have abortion after you had a baby, which I don't know how the fuck you do that. And
it's ridiculous.
He's like
On top of that, his wife only had a baby because of the
IVF.
Because of IBF. Now that's a key point too, because they fight for women's rights and their freedom to do what they want. And the only reason he have a child that's on some of these videos with him because he used that. That is crazy. Like I didn't even know that part of him, right? That's so crazy. Go ahead, Godfather.
And he was the only state to legal after they overturned Roe versus Wade, and they put the laws back into place. He was the only state governor to sign it into law for women to have access to abortion.
Yeah, that's the same joint that hers wants to pass nationwide. Is
exactly.
Yeah. So that right there, as you go watch and listen to his history, it tells you he did everything and fought for everything that she really want to do. So it's almost a automatic fit, right? And then on top of that, he know how to motherfucking debate Trump and them, right? Without, but see, so far, what's been happening first with Biden is Biden was trying to take a high road, like he's a dictator and shit like that. When the normal American don't, the dictator shit go over their head. They don't know what the fuck they be talking about when you say that. You know what I'm saying? But the normal motherfucker will say, if motherfucker be like, hey, person with no kids should have more taxes and more say so, and you say that's weird, now we on to something. Now you understand what I'm saying? The dictator shit and the motherfucker, when you take over, you want to be a, you know what I'm saying? People get what you're saying, but at a certain point, that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Once you start using big words of he want to be a dictator, he want on day one and stuff like that, it go over your head. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that don't even mean anything. But once you say a motherfucker is weird for saying stupid shit, like when Trump talking about some motherfucking sharks and electricity boats and all that wild shit, that's just weird, right? So the word can fit in almost everything they say out their mouth from now until the end of this shit, be honest with you, right? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, they put something on him that can fit from them from this point on. They gonna say more dumb shit. And you're gonna be like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah, it's gonna be like for the rest of say this wave is gonna go. Oh yeah, this.
You rubbing on your mic or touching your mic or something. Good.
This is a wave that's about to hit through into the election. Because guess what? Now that they got a candidate that can relate, everything is about to, they got to circle the states through every state convention started. This has started their whole sweep all the way to Arizona.
You muted yourself. You muted. Go ahead, Tom. You muted, shorty.
The next 90 days is basically contrast and compare. It's look at us and compare us to the other side. You got two people over here. You got a woman that you know where she stands, what she's done, and she's been in an administration that did some good shit. A lot of good stuff. Okay? Now, she picks a running mate that's got shit done in this state, and he's able to appeal to a broad range of people. He's a good dude, and he got a lot of accomplishments. Come on, the shit he did with Black Lives Matter during the George Floyd protests, the school lunch thing, military service, he's been a teacher, all of that. Then you say, look at us. Now, look at the other side. They have nothing that they've done. They ain't done shit. They ain't done shit for the middle class and under. Ain't done shit. They want to take away your rights to do this. They want to take away a woman's right to control her body. They want to take away voting rights. They want to take away everything. They want to pack the Supreme Court with all these wild ass right wing judges. Okay, you look at us on this side and you look at them, and the choice should be easy. That's why she said at the end of her speeches, how do you want to live? How do you want your country to be? That's the whole thing for the 90 days. In 90 days, you can't really do but so much, but you can look at us, compare us to them, compare what we're talking about. They're talking about nothing. He's talking about Hannibal Lecter. He's talking about fucking electrocution and shocks and setting off a nuclear bomb in the middle of a tornado to stop a tornado. That's the dumbass shit he's talking about. You're talking about J.D. Vance. His weird ass is talking about cat ladies and fucking couches and all kind of wild shit like that. You got the same ticket over here, and you got some weird, crazy motherfuckers on the other side. How do you want your country to be? You want to live like the way these crazy motherfuckers want you to live, Or do you want some sane people with some sane policies that's going to do something for you instead of just giving tax breaks to the rich? It's basically, that's all their policies are.
Good. Yeah.
His resume speaks for itself. Both of their resumes speak for themselves. You got on Trump's side, you got JD Vance, who's really nobody. Then you got Trump, who has so many problems, so many criminal convictions, so many everything. And you got people on the Democrat side, just normal working Americans reaching to the highest level of the land. Normal working class people working to the highest level of the land. But you got these other ones, all they doing is crying and complaining. Where's your policies at? What you going to do to make America great again? What are you doing? Because you ain't talking about nothing to make America great again. So
That's funny because I'm gonna show you a motherfucking live stream that he was on later on. We're gonna get into that in a minute. He went on a live stream with I think it's a 21-year-old live streamer that be out there joint gaming and all this shit. I think Shorty might know him when he see him and shit. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but he went on a live stream with Youngin that be gaming and all that stuff. And man bought him a watch and gave him a car with the Trump on the sides of the car and all that. We're gonna play that in a minute. But like you said, main man hits to the heart of everything. You actually don't need a person that's actually official in Pennsylvania to get that the same effect. He can reach motherfucking around that whole area because it's all in the same news market, right? Where he can reach all those people in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying? All the bordering states of Montana. So to me, I think she was real smart on picking this dude, bro. Real smart because the candy was there, like the astronaut. That was real sweet candy right there to grab real quick. You know what I'm saying, dog? Slap on your motherfucking ticket and run with that. You feel me? With no problem. Nobody say shit. This nigga astronaut. You feel me? But it came down to he wasn't really a motherfucker that will fight for these type shits. That's not what is on his mind, be honest with you, right? Even though he a good person, he a good Democrat, he an astronaut. But when you talk about shit like free food for the kids and you know what I'm saying, that ain't on his thing. That's not his thing. You feel me? He might fight for trying to get shit for astronauts or some shit, right? That might be on his jet.
I think that they wanted, they was hoping they was going to pick, they wanted Shapiro or the dude or Kelly from Arizona because they thought they could help win those states. But she picked the person that I don't want just to win those states. I want a sweeping. I'm telling you, she about to change the color of this map with this candidate right here. I just thought you got Ohio, she got Pennsylvania, Georgia, she got Nebraska, Texas.
No, what I'm thinking is we don't have to do all. All we gotta do is keep the blue wall, and I guarantee you, Nevada, Arizona, and people don't understand Florida, right? These three joints. I'm gonna keep these things in your mind. Don't even worry about Atlanta, Georgia, and all that shit. Florida is gonna be a problem because women are being discriminated against. They don't have no rights in Florida. That joint is on the ballot. And y'all remember Bush and Gore joint was a squeaker in Florida when they did the motherfucking ballot shit.
Bush lost Gore and motherfucking
In Florida, right?
he lost both them elections.
I remember he missed the was it Curry?
The first one was Gore.
They stole that. He stopped the voting and everything. And that did.
Supreme Court gave him that. Supreme Court
That 2000 joint, hell yeah.
with Gore.
Off the break.
Bullshit. And he lost against Curry
In Florida, right?
in Florida.
I think Florida can be sneaky
Shit with that too.
for a lot of reasons. For the abortion is the main one. I'm telling you. That joint is on the ballot. It's going to be so many Democrats already voting for that. Then you got Shorty on the ballot. You got Harris on the ballot, right? It's going to be a squeaker in Florida too. That's not normal, right? It's going to be a squeaker in Florida. That's why I say Nevada and Arizona are two joints that's going to flip. We're gonna have the blue wall, and it's gonna flip those two joints, and everything else gonna be so tight, like Ohio, gonna be tight as fuck because women are being taking their rights away, bro. They coming out in droves, and all
That's
these.
why it's not going to be tight. That's why it's not going to be tight. Florida's not going to be tight either.
No, I'm
Because
talking about in Ohio,
yeah,
Florida, yeah. It's gonna be.
they're going to be out there voting. It's going to turn blue. I'm telling you.
No, what I'm saying is either Republican gonna win Florida, or it's gonna be tight, razor thin.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Because Florida is the population of Florida is older. In Florida, all through Florida that's where people go to retire. You got a bunch of retirees in Florida, and those older people vote, and they vote consistently. And a lot of them is Republicans. So it's always Florida is always
Exactly.
Florida is always going to get tight.
And she had an old person's joint the other day too.
What she wanted to do, what she's going for, and I peeped this move. And that's
She's
why
smart.
I said she's going for it. That's why I said a couple of weeks ago. She's going for a blowout. Because if she just hold on to the blue wall, she's going to get Michigan. She's going to get Pennsylvania. She's probably going to get Wisconsin. If she gets those three, the race is over. Trump can't win. If she gets those three, the race is over. I don't give a fuck whatever else he wins. He definitely has to get Pennsylvania. But she's not going for just to win. She's going for a fucking mandate. She's going to blow his ass out. And so when she goes before the country and say, this is what I'm going to do, I got the people behind me that say she did. To say, this is what we want. That's why she wants Nevada. That's why she put walls on the ticket. Because if she gets significant support and win a couple of the Midwest states.
Exactly. If she just saw up the blue wall, this shit is over.
She got the blue wall.
Yeah.
The blue wall.
It's gonna be over after that. That's my point.
More, because if she gets more in just a close election, if she beats him more by what he beat Clinton and what Biden beat him by, which is basically the same, she can say, I have a mandate from the American people. This is what the American people want. The American people want gun control. The American people want health care for all. That is what she's going for. That's why she wants to pick off a couple of Midwest states, and North Carolina is close.
North Carolina. I forgot about that too.
He can help with his military background.
Obama won North Carolina.
He can get you help.
You can flip that.
So if you flip.
Oh my God, this can be a route.
Yeah, if she's going for a route.
This can be a route.
She doesn't route.
That's what I've been telling y'all. At this moment, she has a chance. At this moment, she has a chance to flip Florida, Texas, Arizona.
I don't know, bro. No.
Ohio would be close, like you say. Georgia would be close, tight. She'll take Pennsylvania, Detroit, and Wisconsin. Because there's no way Trump can win. If he wins, he barely can win this Florida.
You got to worry about nothing after that.
Yeah,
one thing.
Wait.
Once she get the blue wall, she can just start picking off shit everywhere else. Will make it so hard for a Republican to win after that. But one thing everybody gotta understand is the Democrat, no matter who they are, got to win more than 3 million votes popular for it only be close. People gotta understand Trump has chances other than winning the popular vote. He can steal it and send it to the Supreme Court. He can send it to the Congress. If it's too fucking close, he can steal this shit. Literally. So, like Hillary, 3 million votes, popular vote, still lost, right? Obama, his last joint, 5 million popular vote, ahead of the what's his name? It was a squeaker, right? You have to have a blowout, 6 million votes more, 7 million votes more, for it to be so far away from the electoral college and motherfucking Supreme Court, all that bullshit, for Trump to steal it, where you can go out and vote in masses, and you wake up the next morning, he still will be the president because the Supreme Court did it, right? Or the motherfucking Congress did it, and you're gonna be looking like, what the fuck? That because you gotta really blow him out. He really had the upper hand on the first black woman, regardless, bro. Because even if he lose the popular vote, he can still steal his race with the Congress or the Supreme Court.
she's using the strategy that she uses.
She gotta blow him
You
up.
got to go pick off, or you got to make it. You got to pick off votes in his territory. And I've said this for 8 years. Nobody wants to believe it, or everybody thinks my bullshit. When he won the when Hillary lost and he won because Hillary won the outside, Hillary won the coast and the big cities. What he did was he won the middle of the country, which is white. Once you get to the middle of the country, the middle of the country is white. You don't have black people. You don't have a big population of black Then you have Nikki Haley voters out there. You have Republican voters out there that don't want Trump. And they are willing to, when they don't want Trump and they don't want his policies, and they're willing to vote Democrat not to have that crazy bastard in office. So you put somebody out there, you can tell. After this week, he'll go out on his own. They're not going to campaign together. He's going out on his own. Watch what they say. You can tell. Now watch what they say.
with our folks. And that's what this election is about. What direction will this country go in? He's not going back. Well, Donald Trump would damn sure take us backwards. Let's be clear about that. And don't believe him when he plays dumb. He knows exactly what Project 2025 will do to restrict our freedom. He'll rig the economy to help the super rich. If Trump gets a chance to return, he's going to pick up exactly where he left off 4 years ago. Only this time, it will be much, much worse. Raising costs of middle-class family. He will repeal the Affordable Care Act, no doubt about it. He'll gut Social Security and Medicare. And when somebody tells you, are they believe, he said he'd ban abortion across this country, and he'll do it, whether or not Congress is there or not. Donald Trump's not fighting for you or your family. He never sat at that kitchen table like the one I grew up at, wondering how we were going to pay the bills. He sat at his country club in Mar-a-Lago, wondering how he could cut taxes for his rich friends. And I got to tell you, his running mate shares his dangerous and backward agenda in this country. J.D. Vance literally wrote the foreword for the architect of the Project 2025 agenda. Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, J.D. studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing Nick. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
All right. There's a couple things about him that, again, this is not one of my picks. This is not my pick, right? But I could see more and more why she picked him, right? So he's not my pick, but I could see where he can go on attack, but don't seem mean about it. You feel me? It's like both of them niggas Trump and whoever the dude is with him, wherever they on attack, you could tell because it's just mean as fuck, right? Right when you listen to him, he attacking Trump, but you not feeling like it is anything mean about what he's, you know what I'm saying? You're not being mean about it. It's just, y'all understand what I'm saying?
It's like this. Look at it. Just look at it. Everybody knows or has ran into somebody in their lifetime. Everybody had a teacher that looked like him. Everybody. You probably can't name nobody or run into nobody on this earth that ain't had a teacher that he reminds you of. He reminds you that dude that owned the hardware store. He reminds you just the guy that lived down the street in the house with the white picket fence. He looks like a murderer. And that's the appeal to him. He just looks like a regular old American guy. He ain't intimidating. You can go talk to him. He'll talk to you. You can rap to him. He'll wrap you up. He just a regular ass dude. And when you think about it, that is a good pick for her to contrast with her, because she is anything but regular. She's not a regular person. Well, I don't want to say it like that. That she ain't a regular person. She's
not. She's the first black.
She got a lot. She got a lot. She
You definitely ain't regular.
Half Indian.
She the first black female to run for president.
That's running for president. So he grounds her. He grounds her in a way that Shapiro would.
Okay, now we on the same page. Yeah, that's true. Like them two is different. Yeah.
Him a good pick. Like I said, she wants to pick off and peel off voters in them white parts of the country. I'm telling you what. She's not sending him every week. He's not going to the suburbs of Philly. He's not going to Chicago. He's not going to Milwaukee and shit like that. They're gonna send him where he's from. They're gonna send him to Nebraska. Go down and talk to Nebraska.
And you know what she kept calling him? Coach.
Right.
Coach. So he's gonna appeal to just the average. You're right.
Average dude. He's an average.
Average white American.
You can go back through your whole school career, especially high school. Everybody had it. I bet you can pick out and find a teacher that he reminds you of. If you ever, I grew up with my grandfather, and he when he needed something, we would always go. We didn't go to the big stores because there wasn't no Lowe's and Home Depot back then. The biggest store was like Hackinger's at the time. So Hackinger's, we go to the hardware store. I go with him, go to the hardware store, get what we need. And you see dudes that work in a hardware store that look like him. And you can walk up to him and say, "Hey, toilet backed up. I need something for it." And you go in and you take this and put some of this in there, and you use some of this there.
True.
And that's the kind of guy he looks like. He looks like a regular, middle of the road, Winnebago driving, white guy. That's what he is.
Go ahead, Shorty. Can't hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hold on, turn it up or something. You can? Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah. Can't hear you. Go ahead, Tom.
Anybody that listens to
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden always says, I got to echo,
Go ahead.
that politics, and if you want somebody to vote for you, you got to meet them on a personal level. That's the kind of guy that Tim Walz is. He's personable. He can talk to you and he'll meet you on a personal level. That's how he can call J.D. Vance a weirdo, and it just took off. It just took off. We've been calling Trump and whoever he rolling with for the last 8 years, whatever. We done called him everything in the damn book. You done called him a criminal. That don't stick to him. You done called him a threat to democracy. He don't care. You done called him everything. You called him an asshole. You called him a racist. He don't give a fuck. You called him a misogynist, a bigot. He don't give a damn. He never, ever took nothing personal where he had to respond to it till he started getting called a weirdo. Him and J.D. Vance. And that came from Tim Walz, and it just came right out the blue. He just said they're weird, and it took off like wildfire.
Yeah.
And he, of all the things he been called, he ain't never felt the need to go off, not just once or twice. He goes off repeatedly about being called a weirdo. And he got called a weirdo by just an ordinary ham sandwich eating, lunch pail toting, milk toast white guy, just cutting to call him weird. And now the whole damn world is calling him weirdo. That's meeting people where they're at and where they can understand. You know, motherfucker, right? Hey, there's some weird ass people over there. There's some weirdos. And hey, that's what helped them blow up. Like I said, 2-3 weeks ago, nobody knew who the hell Tim Walz was.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The fact that not only his background, the fact that he can bite when you don't know he about to bite, like a poodle. Like a poodle coming to you, like, you ain't thinking about that poodle. And then he start nipping at your ankle. You be like, oh, what the fuck? Get your motherfucking dog. Get your dog. What the fuck is going on? Get this motherfucker. I think that's it right there. You know? Like, she noticed the fact that all his values fits hers, and he's a motherfucking dog, right? He's a motherfucker that won. Let me see, can I hear you?
Hello.
Yeah, you good.
But no, but he has a chance to pull in so many votes you're not going to expect because of who he is as a regular person. Like you say, Tony, he's just a regular American. He is American. Like, that's the ideal picture. He can fit things like that, working hard, building his way all the way up to the second highest, possibly the second highest person in the lane. Like, that's what people want to see. People want to intimidate all those things. And he also, not only he he's also helping her coming out for LGBT, ambassador, and help her start off at the foundation to help stop the boundaries. That was called make peace between babies. He did that. He helped. And what a way to make power and be powerful a male coach. Like, that's the man's like, yeah, help others.
I think by motherfucking that transgender joint is cool too, because she told the story of when the person came to him and told him about the situation of being gay and haven't came out yet, that he volunteered to be a spokesman for the person as a coach, right? He didn't even have to do that. It's like when I be saying some of the stuff when That's why I don't feel like me and Tony are racist, because we never recognize the white people that actually understand what we're going through and want to help us. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Martin Luther King. He had white people that help him. You right? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at some of these people right here, they helping us out of our situations. That's why you got really you know what I'm saying, notice them and give big ups to those people that's helping us go along the way. That's why black people that's why she's the first black woman to be nominated to a party, but you couldn't have somebody from uh motherfucking, you can't have nobody from like the Black Panthers, right? Because now the whole America looking at them as a radical black person. You feel me? Which is different. Then you got the first black woman to be nominated, and nobody in America can look at her and be like, she radical. You feel me? Now you're gonna have Trump saying that, but she's not actually a radical black person. You know what I'm saying? The same thing like Obama. Obama wasn't a radical black person, but I do believe she leans into her blackness way more than Obama do. She feels more comfortable in her black skin than Obama do, than ever did, right? I just feel that because Obama kind of succumbed to the don't be an angry black man, don't do this as a black man, don't do that, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she not even paying attention to none of that. Like when she got a DJ, like she gotta be the first motherfucker running for president that has actually a DJ going to all her stop. A DJ. Like that ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just had somebody announcing y'all coming out, you play the music, and you just come out. She has a DJ that's hyping up the crowd, playing music that the crowd like to hear. You feel me? It's just the different thing she got going on, which is something that a black person would do, right? Obama would never try none of that. He wouldn't try to. He didn't think of on that level of playing music, black music, and you know what I'm saying, going the extra mile with the shit. I just see her being more black than him. Like she in an all black school, right? All black sorority. Like her blackness gonna come out way more than Obama's blackness ever came out, right? And she had a chance to be president. It's crazy as fuck.
Also, she knows she's a prostitute, so she knows she's always going to be on the legal side when she's thinking about things. So, but she has a question to sit down and talk to. Hey, about the average Joe. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Like, no, that's my third option. You're thinking more on the legal side. Let's think about what our actual family's going to feel when you make those decisions from a legal standpoint. So that's the great balance you need right there.
Exactly. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I'm peeping something right now. I gotta come back in a minute. I'm peeping something right now because something is really good. There's something really good going on.
Now, hold up, damn. The motherfucking Trump campaign want to say she only fill up crowds because she got people rappers and stuff at her joint. Now tonight it was no rappers, right? And that joint was packed again. There was no rappers in sight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no rappers. You see a rapper, Godfather?
She had 10,000 in there.
So it was no rapper. So they was there.
There's 10,000 people in there. The only person that started off was Shapiro. He's the one who hyped the crowd.
And I don't think Trump gonna be able to understand that he can bring motherfucking crowds. Most Trump crowds are crowds that's going around the country. They literally the same crowd you see in Nebraska. That crowd travels to motherfucking Tennessee, wherever the fuck he had next. So every crowd he had are the exact same people. He actually know these people now.
I know Trump pays people. A lot of people in the Trump crowd is paid to be in the crowd.
I mean, exactly. I mean, most of them travel from motherfucking joints, rally to rally.
Because he can.
And then that's the crowd. Like if you go to Nevada tomorrow, right? And you see a crowd, you be like, dang, he got a crowd in Nevada. No, half of those people there he just bust in from some fucking way in other states and all this shit. These same people go to every rally, bruh. The shit is odd. Like you living in Florida, but you going to rally in Nebraska? Why are you doing that?
I mean, you know, some people that actually do travel like that, but
It's the oddest
they
shit.
travel like that. Him,
It's just you going to every motherfucking joint to make it seem like you got a crowd on there.
they free. That motherfucker up.
Ain't no motherfucking way, bruh.
You know, I'm just checking the feed.
Y'all see his last one where the black dude was there, just had a sign saying "You're fired." He kept going like this, the sign "You're fired" every time they was talking to him.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time JD
The fight. Yeah.
if you paid that man, then he put you on blast.
That what I would get if like if a black person, like if I was president, y'all would understand how black I am because I'll be doing black shit, period. Right? So these black people that we get the chance to give to be president, like Obama, and now the chance for the first black woman. Obama was black, but not, you know what I'm saying, bruh? You feel me? But her, I really give a more of a, I feel more better with her than him. I don't know. I can't explain it, right? It's just like she more of a black in her skin. She love her skin more, right? Then I don't know. Obama do love his skin. I ain't gonna say that, but the projection, the things he say and the things he do was different, right? When he'd tell a black man that the father, and he start chastising the father, and you gotta do this and that and shit. That's right there. No, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit you hearing from the white man. You want to chastise the black man. That's why I couldn't really lash to Obama, right? But her, everything comes out of her mouth. Like she black, bro. Like it ain't even no motherfucker. This the first person with a chance to be president that know about sweet sauce, that knows about when a nigga say Bama, right? When a nigga say Bama, she know what you're talking about. This the lady, she went to Howard. And when we say yum yums, and when we say motherfucking chili bowl, she know what the fuck we talking about. When you say Bama, you know what I'm saying, dog? Come on, bro. I'm ecstatic. Like if she could become president, you literally got somebody that's in the presidency that knows about the Florida Avenue Grill, that knows about go-go. I mean, that's different from Obama. Y'all gotta agree that Obama coming in, you ain't think he was gonna play go-go nowhere, right? You ain't get that impression from him, right or wrong. He was black, but you ain't know he was gonna go any route of completely being black, right or wrong. Like I cannot imagine her. Like, go ahead.
He was never in DC, so he came from Chicago. So outside of DC, Chicago is really not even.
Yeah, I'm putting too much on him because he ain't gonna know about sweet sauce. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna know about that stuff like that and Ben's Chili Bowl. You're right. He not gonna know about Florida Avenue Grill. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Hey, the first black lady from DC, baby. Hey, I want to interview her. I want to say something that only me and her, you know what I'm saying? Like people from DC would know. Like the people that's asking a question would not know the something that I would ask her, right? Like she would know something from DC. Shit is I can't take it. Hey, bro, born and raised in DC. DC running through my veins, right? And we actually got a chance for not only a black woman that really takes me over the top, she knows our culture from DC, which is completely different from anybody that ever ran for president, right or wrong. That is some wild shit. Mumbo Saul, she gonna know what we talking about.
Like you come back to your hometown, you reach back to your hometown, everybody happy to see you. Like this is how everybody is. Like she's coming back home. Like she's
exactly, bro.
Because she's been to Howard. It's like you've been to Howard. You from DC.
That's what I'm saying.
You had lived at the world when you was born there. You come to Howard. You was from DC.
I can't take it, bro. We about to have an actual person, and then she running for president, the nominee for a major party, a black woman that actually know the shit that I was born and raised in DC. She would actually know Bama. When I say the motherfuckers of Bama, I know she know what I'm talking about. She gonna be in the White House though. When I say sweet sauce, mumbo sauce, she gonna be in the White House that know what mumbo sauce is, my guy. Do you know that?
What the damn do?
Florida Avenue Grill. She gonna know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When you say Bama, that's somebody in the White House gonna know what the hell Bama is. That right there is over the top for me, my guy. I'm, bruh. Hey, I just gotta stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Don't catch no strays. Until then, to see the first black woman, baby. What you think, Tony? Oh, go ahead, Godfather. You get
Like,
some feedback on your joint or something on your mic.
there we go. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. It's like everything that we've experienced in the '90s, he was here for it. He was there. She lived it. So it's president
Yeah,
here
it's
too in the
amazing.
'90s.
Yeah, that's someone in the White House. Yeah, that actually can
Lived
understand what a nigga from DC talking about. That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Not a motherfucker live in the Capitol. Like niggas don't go to the Capitol. that's like foreign to us niggas in DC. The Capitol? Fuck, we go to the Capitol for? Get your ass locked up down nowhere. Fuck wrong with you. So that's something we don't even do. So most of these people that's politicians live down there. That's cool. But that's not saying the same thing. Like she been to Ben's Chitty Bowl. The other day I seen a video, bro. She was by Yum Yum's carryout, bro. I knew exactly where she was at. She was buying records. And I'm looking like, that's where, that, I know that. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's Yum Yum's. That's her there. She going in to get a record from there. To the White House. DC, baby. You know what I'm saying, dog? What you think, Tony?
That's cool. It's all good. But she better get her ass up in there and get us 2 more Supreme Court justices. She better get her ass.
Yum Yums.
That's all.
Hey.
Well and good.
Oh shit! You know what?
Shit to do.
I'm about to contribute to this thing live on air. Y'all talk for a minute if I can find this thing. I'm gonna pull her motherfucking joint up right the fuck now, and I'm gonna contribute some coins. 2.
We have so many.
Wait.
We have so many people on the Republican side that's actually really dropping and supporting Kamala Harris, vice president. Right now, you have many billionaires that's dropping, many senators. I'm like on the side that it wasn't put or they just jumped to Kamala Harris right now. Kind of scared. I mean, kind of scared for Maryland. Hogan is running for Maryland. But, man, I like the man, but we need to keep it right where we at. For real, running for Senate, and it's gonna help the Republican ticket. So you got to think about that too. Exactly. Wait for the ride. Right on. He just told me them things the man wanted to be weird.
This is the type of shit I be talking. This thing about Kamala Harris, we're going to Truth Social. She's on Truth Social asking Donald Trump. Get me that ass. She's comparing herself to Truth Social because those two were rallying Philly at the same place. Depending what she pulled in. And dig this. You don't like this one, Queen. As of now, on Truth Social, she has over 200,000 followers. On Trump's social media platform. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Sometimes you gotta go into the lines then and kick the line in the ass. And that's what she doing. And you best believe them maggots are pissed. And she's on True Social, got that many followers. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Especially when you on his platform. And then you go on there and you breaking out truth to him. Something he can't deny. You ain't going on this platform lying. You going like, look, damn, this all you can bring up in here? This is what I did. That's the type of shit I be talking about. You got to go in there, you got to beat him at his own game. Because if it's the other way around and he was outdrawing her, he would not hesitate to go on every platform he can find and try to throw it up in everybody's face. So do to him what you know he would do to you. That's why he can't take it. Because for the last few weeks, all the shit he been kicking out, all the shit he been doing, it's been coming right back on him, and he can't take it. If the bully can't take it, then you punch the bully in the face first. Now, the bully getting punched in his face, he mad. They want to go. They didn't pick Shapiro because it's an anti-Semite wing of the party. She's an anti-Semite. If she's an anti-Semite, she's got to be the worst anti-Semite in the fucking world. How are you an anti-Semite and you don't fuck with Jewish people, but your husband and his kids are Jewish? You best believe that they celebrate Hanukkah in that house. You best believe Rosh Hashanah is celebrated in that house. And she is right along with it. So if she's an anti-Semite and she don't like Jewish people, she just like Bob need to go back to racism 101. She need to go to anti-Semitism 101 because she got the game fucked up. So all the shit they throwing out there, it don't make a bit of sense. They just throwing shit at the wall to see what it stick. Like they try to say, it was the one I saw earlier about Timo, and he let the Black Lives Matter protesters run wild in Minnesota, and Trump claimed he sent the National Guard of He's a goddamn lie. Governor Walz,
Let's talk about that right there. That's key right there.
had the National Guard go up there.
Let's talk about that. The George Floyd was in his state.
Yes, it was.
Now, what Trump is trying to say is he didn't put the National Guard on black people. He didn't beat up black people. He didn't fuck black people up. So to Trump, that's him not being hard on crime. So people gotta understand when they be saying this slick shit, when he start bringing up the George Floyd joint, they gotta understand he appointed the attorney general that locked the motherfucker up. That's the first thing. That he got rid of the other motherfuckers bullshit and put in somebody that's gonna make sure he hold him accountable. So that's the first thing that happened. And people don't understand. But regardless, when that happened, it's only you only can judge people what their reactions is. So whatever he did after that is what you can judge. And what all they doing when they say this is they were trying to say black people tearing up shit. Black people when they want to motherfucking protest, they burning down the cities and shit like that. And to them, Trump, he wanted the governors to send police out that joint, shoot motherfuckers, send dogs on them, put the hoses on them like in the 60s. So when he don't do that, that's when you weak on crime. So I need people to understand what is going on here, the debate that's happening, and what people actually mean and what they saying stuff. Because to him, he want police officers. Trump want police officers to have immunity. So therefore, that what happened that day, that police officer wouldn't even be locked up now. He would have immunity, right or wrong, Tony.
As always, y'all know me. I'm gonna take it back to the beginning. And the beginning is this: what was the purpose of the police force? The police force purpose, and when it was put into effect in slavery times, the police force was basically, if your slave ran away, they was the ones that going to get your slave, bring your slave back,
Hell yeah.
and no matter what means necessary, it might bring them back dead or alive, beat the fuck up, 1 foot, might do them like it did Toby or Kente, come back with 1 foot and all that other shit. That was the purpose and the meaning of the police. That's what they was for. So basically, the police force always to them was, you know, if basically your nigga got out of line, your nigga tried to escape, we gonna put him back in check, and we gonna bring him back. That's what he wants to go back to when he says that's what make America great again means for the police force. That's why he wants to, and he's just said it out of his mouth. He wants to give the police total immunity.
Total immunity.
Total immunity. Listen to me now. Total immunity. That means that no matter what they do, they cannot be charged. So,
No matter what they do, though.
yeah, so if they kill you, if they kill a brother, if they kneel on a brother's neck for 9 minutes and 47 seconds, it's okay. If they choke him out till he dead, that's okay. If they shoot you and put 40 bullets in you, that's okay, according to Trump, because he wants to take it back to what really the meaning of what the police was meant for, keep black people in check. That's why when Kamala Harris brought up the abortion issue today, when she said what they don't want to take it back to, they want to take it back to the 1800s, before women even had the right to vote. See, you have to, the shit that they doing, look, you have to go back and do the research and look at where this shit started and where this shit come from. There is a reason. There is a reason, a hell of a reason, that they want to take certain books, especially books about Black history, African American history, Black history, slavery. They want to take these books out of the classrooms, out of the libraries, out of schools, because they don't want, if the books are not there, nobody can, basically the generations that's coming up, the youngers that's coming up, won't know, so they can't dispute it. If you don't know, and the information is that there, you cannot dispute the shit that they're doing. But if the information is there, and you can go get it, then if you go get it, you can, hell no, you know what the fuck they're doing. You know that they want to take it back to a time of, they don't even want to go back, with black people, they don't even want to go back to Jim Crow. They want to go back further than Jim Crow. With women, they don't want to go back before women's suffrage. They want to go back, they want to go barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen. That's all they want women for. They want women to be baby making machines. I'm going to knock your ass up and you can't do nothing about it. I'm going to knock you up, and if you don't like it, I'm going to knock you out. That's what they want.
The funny thing about this is, when most countries call themselves Muslim countries, right? And us as Americans look at them and be like, why are you making her cover herself up? You're making her do this, you're making her do that, you're making her do this, you're making her do that, right? But right now, what you're seeing is the Christian side of the same thing, of trying to do the same thing in America, where if you do the same thing where a woman is just stay in the fucking house, have these kids, the man do what the fuck they want, Christian values, period. Kids only fucking, if you get pregnant, you have it, no matter what the fuck going on with that. You know what I'm saying, dog? And it's just a picket fence. That's Christian, whatever the fuck they want to do to us in America, where there's no such thing as gay people. There's no such thing as genders. That shit don't exist in their America, which is the same if you was to go to a Muslim country. what would be the same activity, but they just not covering up the women here in America with the Christian values. It's just, I don't know. Do y'all two see the same thing when you think about it at the end? What you think, Arthur? When you think, hold up, you muted. Oh, that's me. My bad. Go ahead.
That's why the Catholic Church says that man was supposed to be a virgin. You know, that's what the Catholic Church preaches.
Yeah.
They preach that, but in all actuality, I don't believe Jesus was on the earth 33 years old and not had sex. No matter how you preach the word, especially when you have a woman around you all the time.
Yeah, but you gotta realize their goal is to make this a Christian value country, right? So if you do that, gay people don't exist, transvestites don't exist, right? These things don't exist in their world, right? And in their world, the wife just have babies and stay the fuck home, like JD Vance said, right?
And they have their slaves also.
Exactly. So that's what they see us as. That's what they see their America as. We don't fit into that. Their America. It's real simple, bro. It's almost the same equivalent as Muslim countries. They just want to do the same thing, go by the Bible in this country and impose the same kind of way. Do you think America will last if they turn into just a Bible country where you just going by the Bible, just like a motherfucking Saudi Arabia or fucking Egypt?
No, because we have too many diverse cultures here. We have so many different religions here. So you can't make everybody study one religion unless you change the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has to say everybody in the United States have to do this one thing. So that's another reason why we need him out of the office, because the Supreme Court will do that. They're gonna put 2 more liberals in there. It's gonna allow him to do it.
Anybody that's a Christian and know the Bible, you know that Christianity and Christian nationalism, two different fucking things. You know, right when you think Christian nationalism, this is the teaching of the Bible, particularly Jesus Christ, for their own reason. But you're right in one thing, because the way they treat women is the way that women are treated under Sharia law or the Muslim countries. Because if they will beat the shit out of women over there. If a woman looks at a dude a certain way, they'll beat the shit out of her. She has sex out of wedlock, they know to throw acid in the woman's face to disfigure the woman. They do all kinds of wild shit. And they call themselves stopping short of it. But if you feel as though you want to come home and stalk your wife out, it ain't no damn different. And that's what they want to do. It's like what JD Vance say, that if a woman in an abusive relationship, she should stay with the same
Exactly.
Kid. Well, shit, take your kids and roll the fuck out. That's all you gotta do.
Not in their America, though.
Right.
Their America reflects what Muslim countries want to do. Period.
They want to do what they do.
I mean, what they do, yeah.
Look, their whole thing is they want to control everybody that don't look like them and ain't the same sex as them.
Exactly.
That's what they want to do. They want to control. They want to set these fools.
I mean, that's the definition of white nationalism, though, bro. It's literally the definition.
That's what they want. But if they're able to have their way and set shit up, remove the books they want to remove, and change history to the way they want to change.
Yeah, white nationalism.
Then they can easily implement something like Project 2025. But see, that comes back to we as fucking people. You can't go for that. You ought not go for that. And you need to take some time to learn your history. If you don't know it, fuck it. If you want, instead of reading fucking Urbans all the time, pick up a goddamn Black history book, and you will see where they're going with this shit. because they're not hiding. The thing is, they're not hiding. They right out front with the shit they trying to do. They just don't care because a lot of people, and there's a lot of brothers out there, and there's a lot of famous brothers out there, take that shit for a joke.
I know.
That shit not no joke. And they're not realizing that when the shit go down, they gonna be the first. Look, the first niggas they gonna get rid of, and the first niggas they gonna fuck over is rich niggas. Because I think rich niggas got a way to get around shit. They gonna fuck you rich niggas over. All you rich niggas out here that Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that, they gonna be the first ones. They gonna be the first ones to fuck over.
Because you always left.
Yeah, because you're gonna be you'll have all the drug charges in the world because he's gonna make sure you'll get caught in all drug charges.
Yeah.
Take all your money. He's gonna go right into the
It's
legal.
not useless at that point. You have no audience for them to talk to no more. So you useless.
I done said it.
Exactly.
R. Kelly got away with what R. Kelly got away with because he was making somebody a rack of money. When R. Kelly was useless, fuck R. Kelly, lock him up. The same with Puffy. Puffy was doing the shit he been doing for the longest fucking time. But Puffy was making a lot of motherfucking money for somebody. When Puffy was motherfucking not useless and not useful and got too big for his britches, Bill Cosby. They're always running back.
Puffy is different.
That Bill Cosby was on another level to Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC. And it wasn't about just buying NBC. What was included in NBC was NBC News. And you was not going to have a black man controlling one of the three major network news. You wasn't going to have that. And he fucked Bill Cosby over. So that's what they don't understand when you're 50 Cents, Ice Cubes, and all these old other motherfuckers coming out. Y'all think because y'all got a little money that them the motherfuckers, y'all the motherfuckers they gonna get first. They ain't fucking with me first because I ain't got no money.
Puffy was a little different. I don't think Puffy had nothing to do because he had money. You shouldn't have kicked up your ass like that. You know, that's all that was. Everybody else you got a case with. Puffy wasn't doing nothing.
Well, wild shit all before that video came out.
Nah, he was running. He should have paid for it.
You know? Nah, because he had a motherfucker like Clyde Davis covering this shit up.
Nah, Clyde Davis can't cover that one up.
You couldn't cover that video up.
Alive and
money is gonna make you exempt. It's not gonna make you exempt. Y'all at the top of the list. They're gonna use you, then they're gonna kick your ass through the curb, and you'll be like, damn, I should have listened. I should listen to motherfuckers, broke motherfuckers that tell me this was gonna happen.
But before we get out of here, though, I need to know y'all overall impressions of first Kamala Harris herself, and then the pick she made. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like I just thought she was gonna pick the astronaut, right? Tony thought she was gonna pick Shapiro, right? I just felt like I never thought it, even though when we went over his background, we started thinking, I don't know about dude, you know what I'm saying? He might be a problem, he might be, you know what I'm saying? If he were to take Kelly out there, he can fit in good. But to me, I just thought the astronaut was just way too much sugar on that. Just let that go. That nigga's an astronaut though, bro. I was like, damn, that should have been so sweet because the Republicans feel like nobody would go into space, and no Mars, none of that happened. And you actually had this motherfucker on your ticket that actually was in space. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy. He was out there joint for a year, bro. Like he actually lived in space. That is crazy, bro. Just to have that on the ticket would have been some sick shit. You know what I'm saying, dog? But hey, she's smarter than me.
I mean, she didn't want nobody that was going to be too live. She wanted somebody that has some experience in the government, that's been governed for a while.
She's smarter than me, for sure.
She's
Definitely smarter than me.
One of the last person to govern. That's all she wanted. She wanted somebody that's going to govern, and he was the only qualified candidate that I saw that she saw that was able to govern. The way he did in Minnesota, she saw how he governed Minnesota. So she needed a governor. That's all she needed was a governor.
I think when she went back and looked at everybody's record, right? Now everybody remember rapist, whatever the fuck his name, Pacero
Yeah.
from Pennsylvania. He was a friend for the last 20 years. They was attorneys the same time and all that shit, right? So that means he had a leg up from the beginning, right? So that means somebody had to take it from him. Like, to me, by him being her friend for the last 20 years, and him, by everybody account, being a good candidate, she could have just picked him, her friend. You feel me? She said, fuck this. It's a person I need. And he ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he my friend, I probably try to come in him on the back end with something different. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be vice president. You know what I'm saying? But she is smart, bro. Not only is she smart, it shows me that she bold. She don't give a fuck of what people like or who people want. She gonna pick a person. She gonna do things that's outside the main. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same. Like, she's not gonna take heed to all the political people saying this political move you should make. You feel me? Because I know ain't none of them tell her to pick him. You feel me? I know all her motherfucking campaign managers and everything and strategists all either said Kelly or main man for Pennsylvania. I guarantee none of them even suggested walz. I guarantee you, bro.
And guess what? She don't have much knowledge of military, but guess what? She can consult with her.
She got it there.
She can
When you get
consult with
25 years,
yeah, in the service. Now you can consult to your vice president before you
that's
even
true
go to
too.
the man. So it's
That's
a lot of advantages she have with him.
Exactly.
A lot of advantages.
I'm about to say, the black lady is smarter than everybody thinks she is. She's a smart motherfucker.
Here was, that was something I had to check out. He said it was close, but what put walls over the top? And I can believe this too. And when everybody came out against Biden, that he was too old and he was in cognitive decline,
Well, man was still punching for him.
Walz was one of the only people that stood up to Joe Biden and said, no, that's not the case. He's not in decline.
He been doing that for a year too.
When the shit got hefted a month ago, might have been, I think he might have been the first one. And he stood up and he went to bat for that man.
That helped. That helped.
I think she didn't forget it. And I think that's what pushed him to the top, especially with people, the same people that went behind Joe Biden back and did shit, were some of the same people that went behind Shapiro back and said shit about him, that he was too ambitious.
But he really is though.
But who isn't?
This dude she picked. The dude she picked.
Don't believe that.
You think this nigga want to be president? If he wasn't right now, just happen to be a vice president pick, he was running for president, bruh.
He might not cut
What are you
off.
thinking about?
He was not thinking about fucking running for president. Shapiro, fuck yeah. This year, next year, any year, he ready to go.
Let her do 8 years. Let him do 8 years.
I don't agree with that.
Huh?
It's an ambition about what though? You want to be president or ambition to make sure kids got free motherfucking food? What's your ambition? That came down to it, bruh.
Yeah. He not gonna run
You already know main man for Pennsylvania want to be president. So therefore, if I send you somewhere to do gun rights, do you go in that bitch and do your own shit? Not do what I feel like I want done, you know? She know this motherfucker already done the shit she love done, and he gonna go in there and fight for that shit. She ain't gotta be there. She know he's saying the right shit. You feel me?
On gay marriage, Biden went rogue on Obama. Obama wasn't for gay marriage at the beginning until Biden came out and said something, and it forced Obama to change his position because Biden went rogue. But I see what she's saying. If you don't want you don't want nobody out there that got his ambition is out there, and you know what this motherfucker pushes for, and you know that. Come on, and look, they don't want the establishment really don't want her now, but because
I guarantee you that fool run for president 4 years from now.
I was about to say same
No, he
thing.
won't.
I was about to say same.
Shapiro?
No, he won't.
Yes, you best believe in 4 years they are going to try to push her off the ticket.
No, he's not.
Shapiro gonna run.
No, let me tell you why. They're gonna let her. If everything's going smooth, she's gonna stay her 8 years. Shapiro's gonna.
I know that. But he's gonna run because his ambitions, he want to be president. I guarantee you he be in the bachelor motherfucker that challenge her.
No, he gonna challenge her after the first 4 years. The 8th, but
Yes, he is.
no, he's not. Because I'm tell you why. He don't have that much governing
Yes,
experience. After he hold his seat for 8 years, he could run for. After he holds his seat for 8 years, then he gonna run for president. Why? Because he's only 51 years old. 8 years, she's 68. When he turned 59, he'd be the perfect candidate for
He
president.
want to be president, bro. Okay.
Yeah, we know he want to be president. The party would disbar him from them. I'm telling you, the Democratic Party don't play that.
Huh?
The Democratic Party don't play it. Like
What I'm saying is, in his mind, that dude, whatever his name in Pennsylvania, he wanted to be president himself, right? He feel like he's an authority. He talks like Obama. He feel like he's as good as Obama. And to me, that as a motherfucker, if she bring in there, he want to be more in the spotlight than her. You feel me? He gonna want to blow up the scene more than her. He want to be more in the spotlight. He want to do these fancy ass joints. Like tonight, hold on. Like tonight, her speech was the best speech. Now you see what I'm saying? She galvanized the crew with her speech to introduce him. Now, if it was dude, he would have had another bomb ass speech right after her. Probably would have blew her shit out. Now you see what I'm saying? It was like almost you can't put him on a ticket because now he blowing out the star of the show, which is the first black woman.
That's why I'm telling y'all that he's gonna have to take a seat back because he don't have no governing experience. He can't even really govern his control.
Why I keep saying his name? What the fuck is name?
Yeah.
Him. You talking about him, right?
Yeah, he don't have that much governing experience.
He was flawed from the beginning.
He
don't even have no army, none of that stuff.
I know. That's why I say he only had 1 year governing experience, so that's why.
They would have made this ticket look so weak with him on the ticket with no army experience, no nothing there. The foreign policy been so weak. They would have dogged him on the foreign policy, bro.
Exactly. That's why I say if I say he gotta wait, they're gonna tell him to take a seat back because you gotta wait a few years. You gotta govern yourself. You gotta learn how to govern. You gotta govern yourself too when you're going out on these rallies and stuff like that. You gotta know when to bring it down and when to pipe it up.
And on top of that, the little interview these two been doing for the last 2 weeks. Him talking about, oh yeah, Trump, stop shit talking America. She don't need that on her campaign. You're a good orator and all that, but shit talking and all that, we don't need that. She literally don't need nobody saying that on her joint, bruh, going up against Trump. You need a contrast of him being an asshole. He gonna say stuff like that. But your peoples, you try to make it clear that y'all not doing that. That's not what y'all do. So if your person gonna say shit talking and all that, Trump, stop shit talking to me. That's like gonna cloud the shit up. Like it's no stark contrast then. So now if you put main man in that say shit like he weird, okay, now we got something going on, right? We can't have you screaming shit talking and all that. You feel me, bro? He tried to change up the day and try to make it initials, but it's too late. You already said it the way you wanted to say it, right? We can't risk you going on a motherfucking joint saying dumb shit like that, bro. Like, come on. Like, I think the interviews that they've been doing really helped him too, put him to the top to make her look at him. And then I think Kelly failed by these people interviewing and him not being a real good talk on TV, right? Even though he's an astronaut, once you brought him on TV, he was a failure, right? He couldn't debate none of the Republicans that was on there, strategize, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have no lines or nothing like that. He was just there. Now the astronaut was cool. but he couldn't fight. Like if you watch hers a year ago, right? She was being interviewed. And main man asked her, what would be your ideal running mate if you was to ever run for president, right? This is when she was not even running for president. She wasn't even thinking about it. And she said Muhammad Ali, right? So in your mind, you thinking, Muhammad Ali, he will beat the shit out of you with a smile, right? He always was laughter. Everything was playful, but he was beat the shit out you. So out of all these candidates, what was Muhammad Ali out of all these joints? Main man she got. He was literally beat you up with a smile. Literally. All his shots, all shit under the belt, all that with a smile. You can't deny it. Rest of these niggas, they straight cutting. Stop shit talking America. That's straight cut. We get that. You know what I'm saying? It's not no what's the name to that. You feel me? That was the key ingredient to this. And then Curry, he just was no fight at all because on this atmosphere, on TV and all that, he was just useless, right? Just the astronaut thing helped him even be involved. But on TV, when the black lady said, white man, bow to the pussy and tell me and show me which one of y'all best. Once she did that, that's when you saw the best rise to the cream at the top. And that was him, bro. He was on TV tearing their asses up and Trump ass out. Man, these niggas couldn't do it. It was just real simple, bro. And my main man from Pennsylvania just ain't had no background. He was just real thin with his. He's not good enough to be vice president. He don't have enough with him. You know what I'm saying?
Tell y'all once again, don't go by what they say. Watch what they do. And watch when she wins. And you watch who she puts in her cabinet and who's her advisors. She is only gonna deal with people she can really trust. People that
we done seen that.
Hold on. People that really came out and did that shit to Biden, they gonna get their comeuppance when she get in office because they did not want her either. They've been trying to get her off the ticket for the last 2 years, and she knows this. And she knows that a lot of the people that did this shit and caused this shit, they are going. You best believe behind the scenes they are going to try to undercut her in certain shit that when it gets to 2028, when the Republicans gonna have to find somebody, and if she don't, I'm gonna say she don't tell shit, if she don't get shit done, get shit really done. That's why I think she's going for, like I said earlier, she's going for a blowout. She wants a good, a decent margin in her win, so she can say that she got a mandate. That if she say I got a mandate, and then she goes in there, especially if they take back the House and keep the Senate, and she gets shit done, then they can't fuck with her. But any other way, they're gonna try to undercut her. The Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumer's, all the motherfuckers that went behind, even Barack Obama too, that went behind Biden back and did the shit they did. You best believe it. If they see an opening, they gonna Shapiro, Whitmer, and a couple. They gonna run against them in 28.
Elite, bro. They ain't gonna touch Pelosi and Obama. They elite.
And then
need their endorsements to even be in her position.
and not only that though, right? Like 2 weeks ago, we all was gonna vote for Biden, right? None of us was ecstatic about it. None of us felt like he had a good chance to even beat the race. We all knew it was gonna be close as fuck, right? We just wasn't enthusiastic about it. Nobody, even people voting for him, right? Nancy Pelosi, Obama, Beyonce, Michael Jordan, all these people went in the room and said, "You know what, bro? That motherfucker too old, bro. He's not gonna win. They gonna fucking lose. They gonna fucking lose, bro. We got to do it. Right? Hold on. Hold on. I think those people sat in their room, and the choice that they made was the right choice. Period. Can nobody deny The people that was in the smoke filled room with Jordan with that cigar. And Beyonce was in there. You know what I'm saying? And Beyonce was like, we got to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought today would be the way it be. So you got to be like, they were right. All the big wigs, you go and call them whatever the fuck you want. Obama, who you said, Nancy Pelosi, whoever stopped things and slammed on brakes and told us that nigga right there is too fucking old. Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Y'all too old. He too old. Oh, we got to figure something out. And all of us was sitting there like, hey, we vote for him. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? And they knew the fuck they was talking about, my guy. You can't deny that Beyonce and everybody who was in the smoke filled room knew what the fuck they was talking about. As of today, as we look at it, we got motherfucking the first black lady running for president and the chance to win is almost 70%. We wasn't nowhere near none of this 2 weeks ago. Hey, bro. So you cannot turn back around and say, Nancy Pelosi, you was too much. No, that bitch was right. And who else in the room with her? Jordan, Beyonce, who else in the room with her was fucking right. That smoke filled room was right with the cigars, bro. Them bitches was right. Thank you, Nancy. Shit.
When she gets in there, I see, especially during that transition period, she gonna sit down with Joe and say,
"Oh, Joe got his list."
That's right, and she gonna execute.
It ain't, and Nancy Pelosi is not gonna be on it. Nah, it's gonna be some other motherfuckers down there that went on TV that jumped out and all that bullshit, but not Nancy.
But think about it. And they asked her, "Will she talk to Biden? Has she talked to Biden?" She said, "No, not yet, not recently."
Yeah.
And they said, "Would y'all ever speak again?" She said, "Well, I hope you do. I have nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with."
It's clear, and Biden knows she was part of the whole ring, right? So he already know that now, but she don't know. She don't know. She don't know how. She don't know how mad he is. You feel me? So that's that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be over with. Because at the end of the day, he's not going nowhere.
No news. It was no news. Nobody wasn't even thinking about no news and say, okay, he just got off the phone about the shit with the hostages. And then he say the shit with Russia. Then he said, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. And I bet he called and said, this is how we do this. I'm gonna drop off. Because they was freezing all the money. They fucked him over with the money. He said, I'm gonna drop off. But then what he did, they didn't expect him to do it. They didn't expect him to say, I'm dropping out and I endorse Kamala Harris. And when he endorsed her, when the groundswell went like it did, and that black ladies for black women for Harris got on that phone call, then the next night the black men, then white women, then gay people, then white dudes, and you had all of these people, and she started gaining in the polls and taking over the lead. They wanted a broker convention. They really wanted it. That's when you would have had a Shapiro, a Whitmer, and all these other people they would have tried to put in the nomination. And she would have had to beat them out. But by him doing it the way he did, and then the delegates fell in line, they couldn't do shit about it. So they have to fall in line. But if you don't think that they know they's on Biden and Harris hit list, and that some people gonna get fucked over when she get in office, shit.
And that you just remind me too. Another person is motherfucking Biden, bro. Shouts out to you, my guy. Like you ain't have to do it. You can just go ahead through this race. You 82 years old, whether you lost or not, you didn't give a fuck, right? You could just went on through with this shit, right? But I guarantee you, after all that pressure from the Young Turks and all these people that was pushing them out, I guarantee you that he brought them into office, all the delegates, called them all up, and told them, if I do what you want me to do, it's gonna have to be her. If y'all do some other bullshit, you got some other shit in mind, nope, I'm going all the way through with this by myself. Period. I think if he didn't say that, I guarantee you the next day they don't just all delegates don't flow to her. Somebody directed that, right? No way everybody Most people would have held out just to hear what she say, just to get some shit, get on TV. You feel me? Not all fucking drop in, because this had to be an automatic joint. In order for me to drop out, you have to back her. If I drop out, if you don't, you gotta back her. If you don't back her, I'm not dropping out. Period. Period.
The night he dropped out, or the day he dropped out, then he came right back, and like less than an hour later, did endorse her, and then like about 6 o'clock that night, 3 states, all the delegates from 3 states endorsed her and said we're not giving some of our delegates, we're giving all our delegates.
That's my point.
States it was 3 states that night. And then by the
That's my point.
It was a whole lot more states, and they couldn't stop it.
That's my point.
When that's why when you got into a back and forth. When it got to Monday afternoon, she had enough delegates from all the states that they couldn't stop her, because she needed 1,900 and some change. She had like over 2,000 already pledged and said, we going with her. She had that Monday evening, because at first they were saying, well, she might have a delegate, she should have all the delegates she needs by Wednesday. They said Wednesday my ass. She had a Monday, and that was the next fucking day. And they couldn't, it got so they couldn't stop her, so they had to fall behind. But if you think that Biden ain't sit back, and he probably sit back and because what? Walz stepped up and he backed Biden, and Buttigieg backed Biden. I got Buttigieg being Secretary of State, at least Secretary of State. And which one of the twins? One of the twins came out against Biden. One of the Castro brothers. He fucked. One of the motherfuckers, he fucked.
I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's a list of people that jumped out there unnecessarily.
Yeah.
But they was jumping out there by motherfucking Nancy Pelosi telling them to do it. She orchestrated this, bro. Hold on. She orchestrated this whole thing. That's why I say she was smarter than us. She knew what was best. Period. You cannot hate on the fact that whoever was in the room with her, whoever stopped the brakes on this shit, all these people that she had one by one every day coming out saying, it was me too. I need him to step down. She orchestrated this. She made sure everybody was coming out to keep the pressure up. She know how to do it with spreading out week to week to week to week to his automatic pressure. She know how to do it. That's why I say she was motherfucking key part of him doing it. Now, he not going to be mad at her at the end because she was right. He can't look at the poll number. Him looking at the poll numbers today. Biden looking at the poll numbers when he wake up in the morning, look at motherfucking Harris at the lead. That shit, she was right. He was wrong. And then on top of that, he went on and did it. He did it the right way.
I go with you and say that they was right, but they was wrong for the way they did it.
They had no choice.
What other way can you do it?
There's no other way.
It was wrong for the way they did it, because they didn't have to trash that man. This could have been done behind the scenes. You didn't have to come straight out. They came straight out to trash that man.
No, you gotta listen. Once they go to your face to face and you don't do it, that's when all that outside the face, outside on the camera. Hold on.
You have to, at some point, okay, you gonna have to let him make the decision on his own.
Okay. All right.
Jump out the race.
No. Hold on. Once you go to his face and say, I need you, they obviously had to do this. They had to go to his face and say it. And then once he was like, oh, hell no, which was coming out in the press afterwards, him saying he not dropping out. Right. So therefore, that was something he already relayed to them. So therefore, she took it in her own hands to say, okay, I got to orchestrate something to get him the fuck out. Because he definitely not going to go on his own. Period. And she orchestrated this shit perfection. Precisely. So he had to make up his mind. Do I keep going through this race with no fucking money? No motherfucking, hold on. With no people supporting me? When I go to Pennsylvania to a rally, the fucking governor not there? Do I do that? Now you see what I'm saying? Hold on. She swallowed them up and put them in a bottle and made him make a decision, which he said, okay, I'm gonna make this decision, but I'm gonna use my only power left. You motherfuckers gonna put all your delegates on hers, or I go through the race. It's just real simple. And that's why the next day, and as soon as he said it, everything started dropping in line because everybody already knew how this was going to go. You see what I'm saying? So once it all dropped in line, then he can come out and say the next thing. Because you got to let her say, I'm a candidate first. Everything I go in, you know what I'm saying? See, everybody be rushing shit, but everything I go according to plan. He got to drop out first. She got to say, I'm a candidate. Second. Then he got to say, I endorse her. You know what I'm saying, dog? You can't always say, I quit and I endorse her. And well, she wasn't running. Well, she'd been like, I don't even want to do this. Like, come on.
No. That was when he dropped out, he fully endorsed her. She wasn't a candidate. He fully endorsed her right then and there. Like 30 minutes later, he sent a letter that said, I'm fully endorsing Kamala Harris for president.
Oh, it was later. It was one joint first. There's one joint first, then another joint later. Because in between that, she got to say she a candidate.
She's already on the ticket.
She never even said she was a candidate.
No, she's on the ticket.
We know that. But Republicans do shit. They gonna get your ass on shit. That's why they did everything by the rules. Everything went by the rules. So now when you look back, when everybody said they stole it and gave it to her, you can't say that when you go by and when you go turn around and look by everything they did. He dropped out first.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. He didn't say nothing about her in his speech at all. Obama came out, didn't say nothing about her, didn't even mention her. And then she said, I'm running for president.
No, she didn't.
Then they came back later.
She accepted the
an hour later. Hold on. What is happening? Hold on. An hour later, he came back and said, I'm endorsing her for president. She got to be running for president first. If she's not a candidate, if she's not on her face, if she's not saying she's running for president, it would look dumb for him to be saying, I endorse her. That wouldn't make any sense. So she had to say she's running first. Now you see what I'm saying? That's probably was the hour lapse thing. Where she sent out a message on her joints or whatever the fuck she did and said, I'm a candidate. She has to say at that time, everybody can say they're a candidate. Do you understand this now? At that moment in time, everybody can now say they're candidates. Like when he said he dropping out, he gave it an hour. Now everybody can say I'm a candidate, which she did. Nobody else did. Now you see what I'm saying? The next day, all the delegates dropped on her. So therefore, people can't say it wasn't an open thing. Now Obama comes in. They can't say he put his finger on nothing. Everything was done right. Not the way Tony wanted it done, but everything was done perfect, bruh.
Right. Because I think it was fucked up the way they did it. They did it. Okay, you could be right in the end, but it's still a fucked up way you did it. You could have did it a different way. But yeah, they forced him out.
There was no other way.
They forced his hand. They forced him out. But in the end, he fucked them too. Because he did it in a way that they was forced to have
to back her,
candidate they don't want. So
exactly.
In the end, they got fucked more than he did.
Not really, because they prefer her over him.
No, because you sit there, you did not want neither one.
But you prefer her over him.
You've been trying to get rid of her for 2 years, and he told y'all to kiss his ass. He done told them, man, you got to put her off the ticket. You got to get somebody else. And he said, hell no, you can kick rocks with that. They didn't want neither one. What they wanted was an open convention. They didn't get their wish. And
because of everything I just said, he made sure that didn't happen.
And basically, he saved the party. Because if you went to...
that'd be fucked up right now.
If you went to Chicago with an open convention, all hell would have broke loose. It would have been 68 all over again, and you win it, and you will definitely have Trump 2.0. So basically, that's why I just said when I started. That's why I started off saying you gotta give Biden the biggest credit of all because he's saving for himself. That's what I said from the beginning. That's my whole point of him sacrificing himself for the future of a party and America itself. So if we get out of here, go ahead before we get out of here, Tom. I mean, Godfather. Can you go ahead? You muted.
Oh no. Everybody have a good night. Again, get out here and register to vote. Start paying attention to this politics because the ball about to start rolling now. About to hear the true shit and you about to hear the weird shit. So you determine which life you want to live, the weird shit life or
Weird shit like, huh? Hey, one thing about it, though, again, it's gonna be a person that wasn't on there first. Hers is not a person that I ever really followed before, even knew about. But at this point in time in history, looking at her background, looking at her biography, she fits the moment. And not only that, the fact that Hillary lost made it so a black woman can be that first black woman, the first woman, bruh. It's gonna be a black woman, not gonna be a white woman. It's gonna be the first woman, bruh. And that right there is what the biggest thing of this, that we have the chance to make the first woman to be president of the United States to be a black one. It's just crazy as fuck. And when Hillary had the best chance of all people, you know what I'm saying?
And remember, Otley DC too.
And then when I say mumble sauce, she gonna know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, I love it. When I say, yeah, she knows. She know it. She know Florida Avenue Grill. She know it. Hey, God damn it. We don't have to wait the next podcast. We're gonna pull this shit up. We're gonna donate to you, Mrs. Hers. And I want you to get in touch with Hoodview Politics if you can. And you know what? Your security guard at NBC News, I cut his hair. So whenever you go in there and get interviewed by Meet the Press, I told him to give you a message. So if that ever happened, I am who he's talking about. So we don't want you to go and enjoy and talk some DC stuff, baby. Let everybody know how black you is. But other than that, Tony, you got something to say? We get out of here? That too. Appreciate everybody tonight, man. And we got a good ticket here. Even though it ain't anybody wanted, but she's smarter than us, as far as I can see. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the first black lady president.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We're coming straight from the hood.